Tucked between towering high-rises and the hum of a restless city sat a modest mechanic's garage. No neon signs, no flashy branding, just a weathered name on the front. Peter's Auto and Diesel. The kind of place where you didn't need to advertise. People came because they trusted the work. Peter had run the shop for over 4 decades. He was a quiet man. Not shy, not withdrawn, just deliberate. He spoke with purpose, not volume. His hands bore the evidence of a lifetime of service, scarred, stained, and strong. But it wasn't just the machines he fixed. It was the people too. Over the years, young men and women came through his doors with hot tempers, broken homes, inflated egos, or shattered confidence, and Peter, without preaching, shaped them. By example, he lived by an unspoken code: be firm, be fair, let your actions speak when words will only tangle the truth. Then came Jordan, 22, ambitious, restless, and brilliant, at least in his own mind. He'd graduated from a top-tier automotive school and made it clear that he didn't believe he had anything left to learn. Peter welcomed him like all the others, calmly, quietly, giving him space to prove himself. But Jordan didn't want space. He wanted a stage. It didn't take long for tension to build. Jordan mocked old procedures, questioned orders, and made snide remarks behind Peter's back. "Why does the old man never talk?" he joked one day. Maybe he forgot how. Some laughed. Most didn't. But Peter heard it all and said nothing. One day Peter noticed Jordan bleeding the brakes on a client's vehicle incorrectly. Calmly, without scolding, he stepped in. "Mind if I show you a cleaner way?" Peter asked. Jordan snapped. "Oh, here we go. The ancient master speaks. Why don't you just write a book and stop babysitting me?" Peter looked at him, not with anger, but with a stillness that pierced deeper than any rebuke. "You came here to learn, not to dominate," he said. "Respect isn't earned by being loud. It's earned by listening, adapting, and knowing when to be silent." Jordan rolled his eyes and walked out. That night, fueled by ego and immaturity, he posted a video online mocking the shop, Peter's age, and the dinosaur methods they used. The video spread faster than he expected. It caught fire locally. Humor at the expense of honor. The next morning, Peter was already in the shop when Jordan arrived. He was wiping down his workbench, humming to himself. No confrontation, no icy stare, just business as usual. But Jordan could feel it. The shift. The other mechanics, men and women who had worked under Peter's quiet mentorship, no longer laughed with Jordan. They didn't glare, they just distanced themselves. Later that day, Peter and the shop owner, Mr. Delgado, called Jordan into the office. Delgado began, stern. "Your post damaged the shop. Clients called, some cancelled. Peter could demand your removal." Jordan opened his mouth, defensive, but Peter raised his hand gently. "Let him speak," he said. Delgado nodded, stepping back. Jordan was ready to justify it all, but when he looked into Peter's eyes, his words choked. Peter wasn't angry. He wasn't even disappointed. He was resolute. "Stoicism," Peter said softly, "doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you don't let emotions control your behavior. I saw your post, and I chose not to respond, not because I couldn't, but because my pride is not more important than the peace in this shop." He leaned forward slightly. "You think respect comes from making noise. I've learned it comes from enduring it." For the first time, Jordan was speechless, not because he had nothing to say, but because he finally understood what words couldn't teach. Over the next few weeks, Jordan didn't quit. He stayed, and something changed. He started coming in early. He swept the floors before being asked. He asked questions without sarcasm. He watched Peter work, really watched. He apologized. Not dramatically, not to save face, but quietly, humbly, to everyone. And Peter, he didn't say much. But when Jordan finished his probation, passed his certification, and clocked out for the day, Peter placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "You're not just becoming a mechanic, you're becoming a man." Years passed. Peter eventually retired, leaving the shop in Jordan's hands. The young man who once thought respect could be taken now understood it must be earned. and only through character. On the wall of the shop, Jordan hung one plaque where Peter's tools used to sit. It read, "Respect is the silent reward of integrity. Stoicism is the armor of the wise. Speak when it uplifts, endure when it doesn't, and always choose peace over pride." When new apprentices came in hot-headed and full of themselves, Jordan wouldn't scold them. He'd just smile and say, "Let me tell you a story about a man named Peter."